Broadcasting live from the Jersey Shore, it's Coach Kev on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Damage 365 Radio. This is episode number 52. This is going to be a real special episode because it's going to be part one of many segments over the next 3, possibly 4 weeks. We have a lot of information that we want to get out there and a lot of things we need to get off our chest. Which would be the chest of myself, your host, Coach Kev, along with my co-host via satellite today, Nick the Beard in the house. What's up, Nick?
Not much, Kev. I'm ready to get this freaking laundry out because I am not happy, and I know you're not either, and there's a lot of other people who are not pleased right now.
Exactly, and we will get it out here. You know, we're tired of answering questions from people who have not seen us around in a while, and we have to explain why, and we have to be backed into a corner because some people just have diarrhea of the mouth, and they, you know, think what they're doing is not considered bullying, but it absolutely is. When you talk shit behind someone's back, you are bullying them. It's called slander. It is against the law, and you know what? Just keep doing it because I'm just added to my little portfolio that I got going on. And every conversation, every tidbit, every text, everything has been carefully calculated, documented, and dated. And, you know, if you want to play the game and not to steal, you know, something from Triple H, you know, it's all about the game and how you play it. So if you want to play the game, go right ahead. Because I am not going to come out the loser because I have nothing to lose here. I have nothing invested. My reputation will stay as is. The person who tells the truth, who's blunt, honest, and if you want to back me into the corner, you are going to have to deal with the consequences for your actions. And you know what? That's not being tough. That's being real. And my mother didn't raise no fool, and I don't hide behind my words. So we will get into this. We're gonna have a little birthday shout out. We have one birthday shout out, and then when we come back from that, we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna do it in chronological order because this has been going on since August, and it stemmed and overflowed, if you want to say it, boiled over in October. It continued in November, and as we approach December 1st, it is still going. And I have a line of people who are wanting to come on the air over the next 2 to 3 weeks, possibly 4 weeks, who want to air out very similar laundry about the same parties involved. And it's just ridiculous how, you know, it would be one thing if it was just us, but it seems to be a disgusting epidemic.
It's from everybody from us to people from former co-workers to people who are under him, everything. And I'm sick of it. And I know there's other people out there who are sick of it too. And for the people who know me, I'm a very laid-back person. I get along with everybody. That shit's out the window right now because I ain't playing games anymore.
You know, it's just ridiculous. You know, you want to go on Facebook and you want to, you know, talk crap, you know, on Facebook, on someone else's post, on someone else's page, who has nothing to do with the shit that you have. You know, if it's between me and you shouldn't be putting it on someone else's page for them to read. Okay? That's just you trying to stem up more drama. And I don't play those games, okay? I come from a family of 5 boys, okay? I'm the second oldest. I come from an 100% Italian family. It's called respect. You want respect, you give respect. It's earned. It isn't given. Okay? So don't give me that nonsense about, you know, oh, well, you're trying to be a tough guy. Nobody's trying to be a tough guy. Only thing someone wants to do is they're showing their support for someone else, and you're trying to turn it into your drama. So you know what? Keep your drama to yourself. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to deal with it. Okay? This is why people pick up and leave, because nobody wants to deal with drama. And trust me, I know there's drama all over independent wrestling. Doesn't matter what state, country it's in. I understand that. I understand that tempers run high. I understand that people need to pay bills. I understand all that. But when someone who has nothing to do with the business itself gets dragged into it and they try to drag mud over that person's name, that's a totally different story. And that's what we're going to have it a little bit later today. So sit back, relax. I know you Jet and Giant fans had nothing better to do because both your teams suck. So enjoy this birthday segment. It's shout-out time, ladies and gentlemen, and we have only one birthday to announce in the house today, and that will go out to Damage Athletics outfielder, number 1, Ryan Cupo. Happy birthday, Ryan. Have a great weekend, and happy birthday to anybody else out there celebrating their birthday this week with Damage Athletics.
Hello, ladies. The Big Valboski here, and you're listening to Damage 365 Radio.
Welcome back, everybody, and all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's break it down by time. Many of you know Damage Athletics LLC is the company that I own. It's the company that supports, runs, and proud to put the name on Damage 365 Radio Network and all our subsidiary stations below us, including Real Sports Talk with Kenny Kluska that just went off the air a little while ago. So I hope everybody enjoyed that show. Bottom line is we started this show April 6th of last year. Okay, so we're about the 1.5 year mark. Okay, we've been a part of multiple wrestling companies where we've been invited to cover their product. Okay, Nick started a little bit later, company-wise. Myself and myself and JT, and Nanny were the originals. Nanny left to do her own thing, and she does a great job with VLC Nation. And we took on Nick, and the three of us have been doing this for about 1.5 years now. We've been part of Jersey Championship Wrestling. We've been part of American Championship Wrestling. We've been part of Warriors of Wrestling, Superstars of Wrestling, and I don't think am I forgetting any?
We've been invited to more than we can even count as well. Guests of ours have invited us to shows in Kentucky and North Carolina and all over the place. Obviously, kind of limited in where we can travel at the moment, but it doesn't just set in the tri-state area. We've been invited to so many more companies.
Correct. I mean, and even when I was in Florida and I did the show live from Florida, one of our former guests who lives in Orlando, she had her company in Orlando reach out to us, but unfortunately the weekend I was there, I was leaving on the day of one of their shows. So we were invited to that as well. Okay. I've been invited to stores to do live shows from stores of vendors. I've been invited to do live shows from local businesses, hoping to not only strum up business for them, but maybe bring in a wrestler or two to do autograph signings at local businesses. Okay, I've been involved in conversations with all things like that, but that's not my cup of tea. I leave that for the promoters. I leave that for the wrestling agents. Okay, I'm just the middleman that passes that information along. I don't ask for anything in return. I get my interview, that's it. I mean, that's, I would have got that regardless. Okay, so in the year and a half that we've been doing this show, we have just a little less than 100 shows. I think we're in the low 90s right now. That's not counting, Real Sports Talk or the Clubhouse Report. This is strictly Damage 365 Wrestling's independent wrestling show. We have just about 90 shows in the books. We have a guest list that extends to 192 guests. That also includes everybody from the last 3 conventions that we went to. Okay?
Yep.
I have broken it down to where those guests came from. What company got us those interviews, or if the interviews were done at a building where that company was holding an event. Okay? I broke it down by that. I broke it down by wrestling promoters / wrestling agents who've gotten us interviews like Richie DeGreg, Eric Sims, Brian Barth, Richie Sorrentino, John from Wrestle Spectacular, on and on and on. All those guys who have gotten us interviews at conventions or shows, whatever the case may be. Okay? And we broke it down. We'll get a little bit more into those numbers when we get into the conversation of why I did that. Okay? Back in August, okay, I was confronted by, I don't know his official title with the company. He is a wrestler, Danny DeManto. He's a wrestler with the company. I don't know if he is a partner. I don't know. I don't care. But I know he makes a lot of the decisions with the company. More power to him. He confronted me via Facebook Messenger and text messages. This is while I was in Florida. And he asked me if I'd be willing to have any one of the big wrestling guys, the big draw, sit at the Damage table. Because we're there every show. We were loyal. I think we missed 2 shows the entire year. And, he said, it'll help you guys. You get your interview. You'll be able to, promote it on your show. And the whole thing was, this is the way I was explained. And again, if they feel that they explained it differently, then show me, because I have every conversation documented. Okay? They asked me if I'd be willing to do the gimmick for these guys. Okay? They have an appearance fee. We're not going to get into numbers because if the numbers are too much or they screwed over somebody, I don't want to get into that. So they gave me a number, so we'll just call it number A. Okay? And they told me they were going to cover half that plus their airfare of this wrestler. And in the gimmick, the other half has to be raised through the gimmick. And I hand that over immediately, to Danny or Ricky, whoever is handling the money. And I even specifically asked, how do I get to number A? And they told me through gimmick. I was told that Brodus Clay was going to be the first guy that I was to be given. And I expressed that Brodus Clay is not a good draw. I specifically said it because we dealt with Brodus Clay through Richie DeGreg and John Wrestling Spectacular in Staten Island at 2 different signings, and he did not draw well. Okay, whatever it is, he does not draw well. And this was immediately after his release from WWE. So you would think a big name that just got released that, boom, he should be a great draw, but he was not. He also did a couple of wrestling shows and did not draw. He did not make money. Every wrestling agent that had him the first month after he was released didn't make any money with this guy. They actually lost money. Okay, and that's a fact.